fight clean, touch him up.
Tim Bradley, we have seen Robeisy Ramirez at various venues. Typically in years on Heisman night, we would be in front of 20,000 at Madison Square Garden. But this intimate venue here in South Florida is as loud as any we've heard right now because of who's in the ring. Fighting in your home, in your backyard, matters. Here we go, world title fight. Featherweight championship on the line. And immediately you see what 6'1" versus 5'6" looks like.
Right now, I like the approach of Espinoza. Really showing no respect right now to Robeisy. He's initiating the offense, but he's maintaining his distance. He's putting pressure on Robeisy. Robeisy right now is just taking a look. It's the first round. Extremely experienced. He's feeling the punching power. He's gauging distance. He's gauging the speed of Espinoza before he starts his attack.
Of course, with his amateur pedigree, adapting to various sizes and styles, it's what they do. He said, listen, that long amateur pedigree, 5 times a week without knowing what your opponent's about, you don't have a chance to study him. You just work through it early on in the fight.
I like how Robeisy's holding his position. Usually when you attack him, you'll see his footwork tends to be poor. He brings his feet together. He gathers his feet, brings the lead foot back with his back foot. But right now, he's holding his position very well.
Espinoza trying to work behind that jab.
There's the counter.
Timing that left hand, the counter from Ramirez.
Off the drop step.
Drop step was detailed in your lab film work in our preview to this championship fight.
Ooh, good uppercut.
Three-punch combination with a right uppercut from Espinoza. Trying to go back to that uppercut.
He has every punch. That's the one thing Espinoza does. He has every punch in the department. He also has a left hook to the liver. But that uppercut could find his way home. Anytime that Robeisy lunges, leans forward, he can catch him with that shot. Good boxing right now from the Cuban.
See how pronounced that height difference is from this angle that we're viewing the fight at.
The test, how long can he maintain that distance? That's important.
Well, got to utilize the jab, right?
There's that left hook right there. That's what I'm talking about. He has a lead left hook. Brutal. But I love the intent right now of Espinoza.
Well, he has been so active in this first round. Volume punching, letting his hands go, setting a tone, and here comes Ramirez towards the end of round number 1.
Nowhere to hide. 16 by 16, Tess, on the inside.
Yes, Rafael Espinoza, the title challenger, was active throwing punches in that first round. He just wasn't landing many. Timmy, he threw 83 punches. Threw 83 punches in that first round. Only landed 8.
Keeping Robeisy occupied. Keeping his hands in his pocket, so to speak, like the great Teddy Atlas used to say.
There he comes with a straight,
see the uppercut?
Straight right hand, and then that left uppercut again.
What I love is the demeanor, again, of Espinoza, the confidence that he's fighting with right now. Towards the end of that round, Tess, I'm going to tell you this. Robeisy, he threw 2 straight left hands down to the body. There's another one right there. He's looking to set up a shot, a big shot over the top. He wants to get his mind occupied and protecting his body, and he will sneak over the top of the shot. Just watch. It's coming.
Bernardo, what are you hearing?
From Ismael Salas, he told Robeisy, relax, enjoy your work, and you've got to keep moving laterally. Don't stand still.
Ismael Salas has done a wonderful job with Robeisy, training him from his second pro fight forward. That's 13 wins, 8 by knockout after the disastrous start to his career. Of course, he was coming off all the issues with trying to find freedom in the United States, and he shockingly lost his pro debut, but he's nothing like the fighter that originally turned pro.
No, he's not, Tess. He's sitting down on his punches. He don't fight like the typical Cuban where they, you know, look cute. Let's talk about like
the amateur style.
Amateur style, very flashy. No, he's sitting down. He wants to hurt his opponents.
That has been the case in this recent run, including a one punch spectacular knockout we saw in the midst of that. More steady work rate from Espinoza.
Espinoza doing a good job in maintaining his distance and keeping Ramirez at bay.
Ramirez tried to time that right hand. Espinoza immediately fired back.
Using his legs right there to keep and maintain his distance, Tess. Doing a good job.
Espinoza giving an angle, turning out to the left, trying to fire off that right hand. Now consistently going to his left, staying away from that power hand of Ramirez. Right uppercut from Ramirez. Coming to the end of round 2, featherweight world championship fight. Oh, that was after the bell. Getting ready to start round number 3 here in South Florida. WBO's featherweight championship fight. Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley with you. Watch the elbow here on that follow through with the left hand from Espinoza. And you can see immediately, Timmy, that the champion, Robeisy Ramirez, turns to Christopher Young, the referee.
Yes, it was. That was an elbow. I don't know if it's deliberate. That might have been 50-50 right there, but Ramirez is in there, and he felt that it was deliberate by the challenger.
Espinoza with the left hand to the body.
Look at that. Espinoza's here to win. He's fighting with conviction. He's battling Ramirez everywhere. Ramirez is landing here and there, but Espinoza is dictating this fight right now.
Espinoza, the undefeated but little-known title challenger from Mexico. 21-0, has been in against somewhat limited competition. But as he said, we talked to him about that yesterday. He said when you step in against world-class opposition, it'll bring out the best in you. And that's what so far is happening. A long-range right hand from Espinoza as he continues to be willing to trade.
Tess, you can never, ever gauge how bad a fighter truly wants it. He puts it on display for you. That's what you're seeing right now from Espinoza. You can tell he has a plan and he's attempting to execute it. He's doing well right now, Tess. Ramirez got his feet in the mud, hasn't figured out how to get in the inside of those long arms of Espinoza.
And the constant work rate. He threw 83 punches in the first round, threw 85 in the second round. And a wrap around with that left hand to the body again. Oh, there's a short uppercut from Ramirez. And Espinoza willing to stay right in the kitchen.
See, that's what Ramirez has to do. He has to commit to the chest, the body, the bigger target. Forget about the head for now. Break down that body, slow this man down.
Espinoza switching stances.
And let's keep in mind, this is Espinoza's first 12-round fight now. So you know in the back of his mind, he's never gone the distance. Definitely in the back of his mind.
He's only fought past the 6th round once in his career. Start of round number 4. Espinoza has thrown 257 punches to Ramirez's 87 as a 36-19 connect advantage. His first time fighting for a world title. The 6'1" undefeated Mexican fighter.
It's dangerous shooting those straight shots like that down to the body on a taller opponent, because the uppercut can find his way home. And you see right there, he pulled it back. But Reynoso, he's looking for that. Espinoza, excuse me, is looking for that uppercut. Robeisy this round is committing to the body. He's committing to the body of Espinoza.
Bernardo, what are they saying in the corner, Ramirez?
Robeisy Ramirez received strict instructions from Ismael Salas. He said, stop giving rounds away. You cannot afford to do that, and you've got to find a way inside and work that body.
Yep. Right now on the inside, it's Espinoza feeling very comfortable as well.
Espinoza can fight the inside, Tess, and I love the way he's circling around and going to that weak side. Good exchange right there.
Excellent exchange as Ramirez came back with the left hand.
Right now, it's a textbook fight right now. Head clash from both fighters. Out at range, Espinoza's using his offense. Throwing the right punches, Tess. Extending. And also in close range, he's beating Ramirez to the punch. Coming underneath with uppercuts. The champion has not figured out the puzzle just yet. Ooh.
Very game and determined Espinoza here as we come to the end of round number 4.
Hey, you remember Shimizu from Japan, fellas? Espinoza's no Shimizu. He's tougher, he's stronger, he's busier, and notice how he finishes his combination with a left hook. Robeisy Ramirez has some things to figure out on the fly, fellas.
And you see Mark Kriegel's scorecard, 40-36, sweeping the first 4 rounds, is the upset-seeking Rafael Espinoza. Mark Kriegel brings up the name of Satoshi Shimizu because that was the fighter who was also had a distinct height advantage, 5'11", when Ramirez TKO'd him in 5. This is a 6'1", little-known Mexican fighter, came in at 21-0 with 18 knockouts, and perhaps the comp, as you see the updated ESPN live odds bet. And this is a dramatic turn for Ramirez to open up as a minus 1,500 favorite. And right now, the VIG is just 15 cents on the dollar. But perhaps the comp in terms of a little-known Mexican fighter who comes in with a nice record, with a show of power, and goes into a championship fight is Emanuel Navarrete.
Yep.
Similar circumstances against Isaac Dogbe years ago. And Navarrete, of course, has gone on to be a superstar and 3-division world champion.
Tess, you just don't know. You just never know, Tess. When I won my world championship, they didn't know who I was either. But I was hungry, I was determined. This is a 10-year pro. He's a 10-year pro. He knows how to fight, Tess.
Good exchange in the middle of the ring.
Ramirez still trying to set him up for that leaping, that overhand left. Still trying to set him up for that shot. Ramirez is going to have to fight harder than he's ever had to fight in his entire career. Amateur and everything. Big shots right there landed.
Coming in with the left hand. Espinoza, though, keeps stepping to him, throwing the uppercut. So determined is this upset-seeking title challenger. Short
big
right
shot.
hand on the inside from the champion, and Espinoza stands right in front of him.
Espinoza not going anywhere easy, Tess. Ramirez has hit him with everything. Still the 5th round, though, have a lot of time. And Ramirez has a ton of experience. Southpaw stands down, huh?
He has switched a couple times tonight.
Oh, there it is! There it is!
Robeisy Ramirez lunging with it and brutalizing Espinoza. My, oh my! What dynamite! Espinoza every which way in control, and then the champ goes TNT.
That's the experience I'm talking about. Getting caught, playing with your feet. That's what happens. Bagging up right here. He's changing stances. Ramirez sees it. That's experience right there. Right hook, right on the money. Here it is again from a different angle. He's stepping back. Okay, you want to switch? Switch right in front of me? Go ahead. Take that right hook while you're at it, son.
Look at that. Is that eye candy with an earthquake to the chin or what? Here it is in real time. Bang! And Espinoza, thankfully for him and all his hope, there were only a few seconds left in that round, because when he got up, he was badly damaged. Timmy, how does he look to you to start round 6?
He looks okay right now, but he just got hit with another right hook for Ramirez. Ramirez now is finding a home. Now he's moving to his left, and he's looping his right hook over the jab. There it is again, no high on the temple.
Robeisy Ramirez hunting that prey, coming in with a series of left hands, partially blocked. That one hit a little harder. And now head hunting against the 6-foot. Oh, and that's a slip. Espinoza thought he had a knockdown. It is a slip. Comes with the uppercut. Espinoza's giving everything he can, and then he got floored in the final moments of round 5.
You got one fighting for this belt, and you got one defending it.
Look at Espinoza, how game he is.
Look, he's fighting right now for his life. Ramirez looking for another opportunity.
Uppercut on the inside.
Looking for the weak spot, Tess.
Just tremendous action here.
He's about to set it up, Tess. He's setting it up, Tess.
Drop his head, let him go, let him go.
Warning from Christopher Young, the referee.
Ramirez got him dancing now. He figured out his timing. He's just waiting on the right opportunity. There it is, again, leg.
Did you see his leg buckle there? That left hand exchange. Can he find him in the final minute? Short right hook on the inside. Comes back with the left. Remember, it was a right hook up top that scored the knockdown earlier. Espinoza willing to trade. Ramirez welcomes it. Back to the center of the ring. Espinoza pushing back Ramirez. Ramirez digging in. That was a low blow with the right hand. They're just going to give him a warning right now. Back to business they go. Espinoza with a 2-punch combination. Right uppercut. Ramirez covering up for the moment. Will he unload here with a right hook again?
There it is.
There it is again. And a swinging left that sweeps in. And an uppercut comes back from Espinoza. Excellent title fight here in South Florida. The first thing that Rafael Espinoza said to us yesterday when we met with him was, I visualized myself coming forward and knocking out Robeisy Ramirez. That was the very first thing he said to us yesterday. He has fought with that kind of attitude.
Yes, he has, all night. And I don't know what's keeping him up, Tess. He's taking some big shots from Ramirez, and he's battling back. He is not giving in. He is determined to go home with that world championship tonight.
This is the start of round number 7. The first 4 rounds, the underdog Espinoza swept. Then at the end of round 5, Ramirez landed a huge right hook and came back with more power exchanges in round 6. Bernardo.
Ismael Salas just told me what changed the fight was the right hand of Robeisy. But how we're going to finish this fight is by following it up with a left hook.
We will look for it. We'll see if that backhand, the power hand, can do more damage from Ramirez.
Well, Ramirez right now, what he's failing to do, got the level change, but he's failing to go to the body to weaken Espinoza a little bit more. Get his attention downstairs and sneak him over the top. You got to continue to build on your attack, Tess. Build on it. Keep breaking them down little by little. Good shot.
Sends him off balance with that left hand and just right back to that jab and right back to the work in mid-range and inside from Espinoza. The Cuba champ comes up from this sold-out crowd. Here to support Robeisy Ramirez. You can see the blood coming from the bridge of the nose of Espinoza.
Good shot. Knee again, right knee. Something's up with the right knee of Espinoza, Tess.
The champ senses. Stepping right to the inside. He's been more judicious than Espinoza and very effective in the last couple rounds.
And he's breaking down, Tess. The power's not on those shots like they were early on from Espinoza. He's breaking down little by little.
Straight right hand from Espinoza, mostly blocked. There's
Good
a left
shot.
hand. Oh, and he stumbles. He's got him in trouble here. Closing moments of round 7. Left hand scores again. Espinoza's coming forward and throwing punches, even as he's damaged. He ate a big left hand and is still coming forward.
Oh.
Another headshot lands, and Espinoza takes and wants to give.
This has been a fantastic battle, back and forth, by champion and challenger. You know, Espinoza started off strong. Maybe swept the first 4 rounds. Very active, extending with that jab. Gave Robeisy Ramirez a ton of problems with his height and also his reach. But then, Robeisy Ramirez, the experienced veteran that he is, landed that shot right there, a right hook, taking advantage of the young dude's mistake, or the young man's mistake. And this is the last round right here. Look what happens here. Robeisy X's out. Beautiful shot right there, just stepping left, getting outside the right hand of Espinoza, landing that left hand right there on the chin. And you see the legs.
Shot.
You see the legs right there of Espinoza. Buckles, people.
You could see how off balance he was, and he stayed that way for a bit. But Rafael Espinoza, give him credit. His first world championship fight, a 10-year pro, fighting mostly in Mexico. This is his 3rd fight in the United States. He's only fought past the 6th-round once, and it's this kind of an effort. And now Ramirez is finding his groove. Here he comes. Look at the champ firing off against the big, lanky target, and Espinoza still is punching. Brings it back to the center of the ring against him.
These situations right here, Tess, I've been in these type of situations right here. the lights are frickling, like frickling in your head. It almost feels like the lights are going to be turned off. And you say, absolutely not. I'm not going to sleep. That's when your heart kicks in. That's what you're seeing from Espinoza right now. You see his legs buckle, and he says, I'm here to win my championship.
But that's why you're a Hall of Famer, because in your mind, you say absolutely not. Not every boxer does that. We are seeing that kind of spirit from Espinoza.
Yes.
That's the tough decision you make when you're inside the ropes, to say absolutely not. Ramirez, you can see how comfortable he is, as not as much offense coming from Espinoza.
He's just waiting on that one kill shot test. He's lining it up, recharging right now. Espinoza's using some of his energy. I would say if Ramirez would go down to the body, he can weaken him as well, but he's looking for that one kill shot. And Tess, when he lands it, it's gonna be nasty. One shot's gonna end it all tonight.
Ramirez coming in closer. There's the right hook. Espinoza continuing to try to touch him. Pace has slowed just a little bit here in round 8. Laying a trap for Espinoza.
Yes, he is. That's what he's doing. I'm just waiting on it, Tess. Just waiting on it. He's letting them work. He's letting them use up some of that energy. And he's resting himself, keeping the high guard up. He's gonna drop step, and he's gonna come up with something. Either gonna be the right hook or the overhand left.
Sweeping up with that right hand. End of round 8. Going to take a very short break and tell you what's coming your way soon enough. Of course, we are in the midst of a thrilling WBO Featherweight World Championship fight here. The beginning of round number 9. Mark Kriegel, how do you have it through 8?
76-75, Robeisy Ramirez, the first 4 rounds to Espinoza, who I'd like to see again. The next 4 rounds to Robeisy Ramirez. The difference is that knockdown. I think the tide has turned, but you know, you said something before, Joe, based on what Espinoza's analysis was. He who goes forward in this fight wins.
Hey, Mark, you don't have to worry about seeing him again. We're going to see plenty of him down the stretch here. This thing's still got a lot left with the way he's been getting after it. Continuously coming forward. See the live odds swinging back in favor of Ramirez as he scored the knockdown in round 5 and has controlled the recent rounds with the power punching. All of a sudden, it swung after 4 rounds to basically an even money line fight. And now back with a heavy favorite for the champion. Bernardo.
Espinoza's corner, they want him to be more active. They want him to work behind the jab because they see the same thing Tim saw, that he's just trying to land one shot at a time. And I'm talking about Robeisy.
He can't get away from that shot. He cannot get away from that lead right hook of Robeisy. Good combination coming back.
Good combination from Espinoza. He tried to slip in the right uppercut as well after that. That back power hand coming straight on the lead. That was on the elbow. Went to the body, was partially blocked, caught a bit of the elbow. That one was sweeping. And then filling that gap was Ramirez with a two-punch combination. Espinoza getting a little bit of confidence here at the
Yes,
end.
he is. You're starting to see him, right? Catching his second win.
Yes, he is. In that last round, Rafael Espinoza had a 15-11 connect advantage, and he threw 74 punches to Ramirez's 29. Interesting if you think about how this could be scored. We saw what Mark's card was moments ago. You see the total punches. Espinoza with more work rate, Ramirez more effective. But you could envision the first 4 rounds all being swept by Espinoza, the middle rounds for Ramirez, including a 10-8 round, and then that last round really being a swing round, if not a lean towards Espinoza. So here we are, 3 rounds to go. Can Ramirez defend his world title?
He's going to have to, because Espinoza starting to seem that he got a full steam, and he's coming forward and marching. He's getting confident. As you see there, throwing combinations right there, landing most of those shots on Ramirez. Ramirez is going to have to dig down deep, and he's going to have to find a way to put out that fire.
We are admiring the courage of Rafael Espinoza. He has an injured right leg, and he's fighting through it. It probably happened when that knee clash occurred.
Wow. We saw that earlier, and then he was affected by a punch as well. But he is gutsy.
Oh, big shots.
He's taking headshots and yet still firing at Ramirez.
Espinoza right now has to continue to fight. He has to fight and weather the storm. He has to believe. He needs to take those shots coming from Ramirez, and he needs to keep piling on, keep marching forward.
An uppercut that comes forward. Just a tremendous effort by Espinoza. Effective work by Ramirez, but a wonderful game effort by Espinoza in a tight fight here.
Ramirez has to use his angles. He's making his fight harder than it needs to be. He needs to exit that weak side. He needs to look for that right hook, but he needs to start down low. Bring the attention down low first, because he's sitting in front like that, he's gonna get teed off on, and he's not winning these rounds.
3 straight right uppercuts from Espinoza.
Body language, body language, body language, people.
Easy to read if you're a judge, right?
Absolutely.
One guy's coming forward, being the aggressor, making the fight.
This fight is close. You don't have time to be rested.
Look at this work
You
rate
gotta fight.
from Espinoza. How bad do you want it? He's showing you.
And you got to go get him. The right hand is approaching if you're okay. We just need 2 more rounds? Yes. I'm good, I'm good. You have to continue throwing, but you got to be smart. Don't leave the game plan. Don't deviate. All your discipline is going to pay off here. Let's go, let's go. Don't get too close. Stay
Championship
on the outside.
rounds. Massive underdog is Espinoza, but he doesn't know how to lose. 21-0. He's been down in this fight, but he has been superb with his volume punching, with his effort, with his grit.
Tess, I don't know if you mentioned the mouthpiece wasn't in.
Manny
right
Robles
there.
just put it back in.
But Espinoza had no clue what round it was. That's how hard he's been hit. 1, 2. He's not paying attention to the rounds. He's in there fighting.
Yes.
A lot of fighters don't do that. They pay attention. They look up at the big monitor to see how much time is left. He's in there fighting and operating like a champion right now.
And here we are in the championship rounds. Just over 5 minutes to determine it. Robeisy Ramirez. He has been red hot in his career. Things are lined up for a huge year ahead in the 126-pound division. But this is a hurdle, an obstacle that he has to overcome in these final minutes.
You don't have time to think about, I'm tired. You don't have time to do that. You in there fighting to win, period. That's what you're seeing from Espinoza right now. Robeisy, little low in his offense, looking to set up one big punch. Don't know if that's a mistake right now, but right now, he's dictating the pace, pressuring, landing more punches, and showing the judges that he wanted. It's Espinoza right now.
Ismael Salas just told El Tren, Robeisy Ramirez, you win this round with your skills, not with your guts.
Well, he has the amateur pedigree, the two-time gold medalist. He has the skill. He also showed the power earlier, scoring the knockdown in round 5.
Robeisy just looking to just put that fire out with one big shot. Tess, that's all it takes sometimes, one big shot. But then you're gambling. You're gambling. If you're not being offensive-minded, you're losing these rounds. It's a big gamble.
Ooh, tries to come with that back power hand, and Espinoza stands right there and returns.
Again,
punch combination from Espinoza.
Again, Tess, that's why it's important. I told you. Why he had him hurt, he had to go down to the body to continue to weaken him. And Robeisy didn't do that.
Robeisy had him hurt in round 5, had him hurt in round 7. But Espinoza has gathered himself and keeps putting forth a tremendous effort.
Oh, big shot.
Caught him coming in. 1 round to determine it.
Have a seat. We got 1 more round. Come on, son, do you want to be a champion or not? You're going to be a champion. Keep working that same way. You got to stay on the outside. He hits and he grunts. Come on. He's going to come looking for you. He wants to do something special tonight.
Espinoza is doing something special.
Don't create any problems. Use your skills. And if you create that opportunity, you can win it with 1 big shot.
In the 10th round, Espinoza threw 102 punches. In the last round, he threw 86. His 2 highest totals of connects came in the 10th and the 11th. Espinoza's finishing strong. The world champ has it on the line, Mark Kriegel.
104, 104, 6 rounds to 4. I got it tied. Call your attention to that 10th round, 102 punches thrown by Espinoza. Wow.
High mark by Espinoza in the 10th. Kriegel has it tied. Which way will it go? And Espinoza comes right out and keeps firing.
That's a smart thing to do. Espinoza closing the distance. Not allowing Ramirez to be able to extend either with that right hook or that looping left.
3-punch combination from Espinoza. Ramirez comes back with the left hand. Espinoza trying to place that uppercut, drives a left hand of his own back. Ramirez counters with a left and now pushes it back to the center of the ring. A tricky 6'1" opponent in Espinoza, who is much more than anybody thought he could be. Under 2 minutes left in this world title fight, Ramirez came in a -1,500 favorite. Nearly slipped on the logo there on that back foot. Straight right hand from Espinoza. Headshot from Ramirez, and Espinoza now turning it on more and more. As you see that abrasion, the cut under the right eye, a little bit of swelling, the warning from Christopher Young. Works his way back to the inside.
Tess, this is why I love boxing, Tess.
Just spectacular when there's
This
drama
is
like
why
this.
I love boxing. You're seeing guts, you're seeing blood, determination.
And you just never know on any given night from any opponent, anything can happen. Look at this in the final minute.
Oh my goodness.
Espinoza just saying, I'm going for it. I'm taking it to the champ in front of his fans.
Ramirez has to do something. He has to do something.
Espinoza sending him back against the ropes. Ramirez will Espinoza scores the knockdown. This could be a massive upset.
7, 8, 9. Welcome to the champ. Welcome there.
The champ is in trouble. The two-time Olympic gold medalist against the little-known, rugged Mexican hopeful. He is in trouble right to the final bell. Rafael Espinoza came to South Florida in front of a sold-out crowd of Cuban supporters for Robeisy Ramirez, and he just took it to him.
Fight of the year right here. Fight of the year.
This is a knockdown in the last round, Timmy.
Just too many punches. The round before that, over 100 punches. Espinoza was able to throw too much, too physically strong, too determined. It was too much firepower for Ramirez. High guard usage that he likes to use. Not enough offense coming back from Ramirez right here. And that just made Espinoza even more confident moving forward.
Wait till you hear these CompuBox numbers. How do you go out and win a championship? Espinoza in the 12th round threw 121 punches. He landed 48. Those are the final numbers. In the 12th round, Espinoza landed 45 power punches. That is how you do it. Scored the knockdown. Robeisy Ramirez in trouble late. Top Rank Boxing on ESPN, presented by AutoZone. Get in the zone. And in part by Geico. It's easy to Geico. Tim said right away, fight of the year. It was a thriller. We will hear from the judges when we come back. Thank you very much. This place is buzzing. And consider the backstory on Rafael Espinoza, who only had 11 amateur fights growing up in Mexico against a two-time Olympic gold medalist. Timmy comes in here to the champ's backyard and puts forth this kind of effort. Yes, he was caught in the 5th round and went down, but he made a decision to fight back. Here's the turning point we thought for Ramirez in the 5th round. But all of a sudden, Espinoza hit the gas down the stretch.
Yes, he did. And Ramirez didn't follow up. He was looking for one shot at a time, and it came back to hunt him, I believe. You know, Espinoza stayed true to himself. He believed in himself from the get-go. Out at the jump, he believed in himself. And he stayed composed, under the fire, marching forward, threw as many punches as he needed, Tess, to bag off Ramirez. And this 12th round right here, this was phenomenal work by the young man. Just putting everything together. I believe he needed this knockdown right here in order to win this fight, and he was able to accomplish that in this round. And I believe that Espinoza will get his hand raised tonight.
That 12th round, as you look at these final CompuBox numbers of throwing nearly 1,000 punches, but that 12th round, when Espinoza, the huge underdog, threw 121 punches and landed 48 power punches and scored the knockdown. That is exactly how you go out and win a world championship as a massive underdog. But we all know it comes down to which way the judges see it. The middle rounds were for Ramirez, but in the end, it was Espinoza coming out. Let's see what they have to say as we go up to the ring to Mark Chinook. Well, they're still tallying things here. This is Mark Regal's scorecard with two 10-8 rounds that were swapped. 114, 112, Espinoza. We were just told that the commission wants to double check one of the scorecards as there was a discrepancy that concerned them. So the commission is taking an extra moment here before Mark Chinook delivers. You can see the congratulations being traded by both camps, the respect from both camps. Robeisy Ramirez has been through so much, defecting from Cuba, finding freedom in the United States on the 4th of July, shockingly losing his pro debut, and then going out to win 13 straight fights in this past year, claiming a world championship. And now in a fight that was a homecoming fight, a fight that was to be a launching pad into 2024 to become a unified champion and hopefully eventually maybe have a mega fight with Naoya Inoue, one of the pound-for-pound best. He runs into this big buzzsaw, Timmy. Rafael Espinoza as determined as any fighter we've ever seen.
Yes, he was tonight. He was a man on a mission. He's been working at this for 10 years, Tess. Again, very little amateur experience. Just like Navarrete, just like Canelo Alvarez, you just never know what you're up against. You have to be prepared, but he showed what he's capable of doing tonight. The toughness, the height, the reach, the punching power that he displayed tonight was unbelievable.
We just told that the WBO, who is the sanctioning body for this World Championship game, is double-checking things with the Florida Commission when it comes to these scorecards. And that is the delay that we had. But right now, Mark Chinook is ready to let us know. So let's go up to Mark Chinook.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause here inside the Charles F. Dodge City Center for two incredible warriors. After 12 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Efren LeBron scores the bout 113-113. Benoit Roussel scores the bout 114-112. And Steve Weisfeld scores the bout 115-111 for your winner by majority decision. And the new WBO featherweight champion of the world, Rafael Divino Espinoza!
A dream comes true. Look at the emotion on the face of Rafael Espinoza. The two greatest words you can hear in this sport, and new. And applause comes from his rival, the two-time Olympic gold medalist, a hero to the people he just fought in front of. But breaking down in tears is Rafael Espinoza.